city that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with so light? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands and your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get to fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my zip the back that like a popo. Don't do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the got in the gently. Ain't being friends with these. When I was down, I so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting guap. Got a big Benz like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with a no, it's top
I got
notch.
that check into golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Oakland Raiders. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Harrington. And an alley to run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. The pitch to Bell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. stepping up. He's going to keep it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. On second down, it's Bell. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. From the gun, Harrington. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. They run with Geis. Shrugs him off. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2nd down, Mayfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They pitch it out to Johnson, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. It's brought in by Dodson. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys didn't come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. His throw caught right around the 6. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st and 10, Harrington. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Harrington. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Myles Garrett able to run him down for a loss of a yard. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun. Harrington. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. First down, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They go play action. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And he fires one incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
So out come the Raiders. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now this time he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Harrington, flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Harrington, complete. Richardson has it. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Ohio!
From the gun, Harrington being chased out left. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on 1st down, Harrington. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Harrington. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Le'Veon Bell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And the throw left sideline here is caught. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. Win or go home, that's the name of the game. And we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Browns on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Mayfield. he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 30-yard play on third.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Lucky 56.
A first down throw from Mayfield. Going deep here for Landry. That's caught inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Johnson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. Second and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They get it to him running left. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Duke Johnson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his second TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Back to the air on second down. Harrington. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Gronk, so tough to cover. Sometimes a flag's going to come out.
His size and his ability create a lot of these pass interference calls. If you're trying to go through him to get to the ball, that's almost impossible, and he benefits on the play.
Back to throw. Harrington escaping the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Throwing again. Harrington. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
On third down, Harrington. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Flex round.
They go play action here on first down. Flush, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joe Schobert able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Harrington. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Harrington. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying under double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
On 1st down, Harrington. And he fends him off, eluding the pressure right. Now he steps away. Over the middle, complete. It's Perry. And all the way down to the 5. A big play that time for the Raiders. 45 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll run it here. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Back to throw. Harrington. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal.
Flex round! Flex round!
From the gun, Harrington. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Paul Richardson from 6 yards away. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw, Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
He's back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
He's got his man. This is Jackson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He'll look to throw. That's Njoku over the middle. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Huge 1st down, gotta hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
They'll look to throw. He's gonna let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 All right, now, look at 56. Look it!
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. LaMarcus Joyner in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
They run. It's Johnson. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Him over and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And, Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud